A few days ago, a video of the song appeared on Glitch's channel in the form of Kane's new adventure, and a couple days ago, Glitch tweeted an animated version of a snippet of Kinger's song. I found out that Kinger may play a key role in the adventure in Episode 3. The reason Zooble hates to be involved in Kane's new adventures is because of the NPCs. It also occurred to me that Kinger is actually invulnerable to abstraction, and I found proof of that. By the way, somewhere in the video I hid a picture of Kane, and anyone who finds it will get one crazy theory about Kane in the comments. I'd like to start off with a new animation that Glitch posted on Twitter. It's an animation based on the latest video on Glitch's YouTube channel, a very special digital circus song. In fact, this animated version was made specifically to be presented at the MamaCon convention, where Glitch representatives came with their amazing digital circus materials and merch. The animator said that he hadn't finished the full animation in time for the event itself, and even now, he hasn't posted the full animated version yet, but we did get a look at Kinger's animated singing. The biggest focus of Kinger's animation is on his eye facial expressions, various minor movements, and his emotions. This is for the reason that when the song video itself was filmed using plush toys in order to promote them, the toy Kinger couldn't convey all those subtle elements of facial expressions. An interesting detail is that the animator cited the part of the song Kinger sang as the most important part of the entire video. Undeniably, Kinger's song stands out from the rest. He sings to a completely different motif, namely a jazz remix of the main theme of The Amazing Digital Circus. Perhaps in real life, Kinger can sing too and specializes specifically in jazz improvisation. I'm sure future shows will show us human versions of all the characters in the show will reveal their pasts. So later on, we'll know the significance of every little detail we could see now. I've talked before about how it's likely that the music video that came out after Episode 2 is giving us some hints about the plot of a future third episode. If Kinger's part is indeed the most important part in the entire video, then what does that mean for the events of Episode 3? What role will Kinger play? Though Episode 3 is unlikely to focus on Kinger as a character, as that spot will be taken by Zooble. It seems to me that in the third episode, we will have a strong reveal of Kinger's character and backstory. I want to remind you about what we were shown in the general trailer of the new episodes. First of all, we can see new characters: a little ghost, Martha Mildenhall, and a cassette player. The backgrounds of all three of these characters are quite similar, and this indicates that they all belong to the same new location, the haunted house. In this location, the characters may encounter the ghosts of abstracted heroes, which will create great difficulties for the characters from a psychological point of view in the passage of the adventure. These ghosts will remind the characters of their old flaws and unresolved conflicts from the past. Also, ghosts in this location may be NPCs who previously took part in the adventure but were later permanently dispersed by Kane. Did you find it odd how calmly absolutely all the characters reacted to Gummigoo's death, except for the inexperienced Pomni? Ragatha must have been sure that Gummigoo would show up in future adventures for some reason. My theory is that every character has had an NPC appear at the time of their first adventures with whom the person built a warm friendship, and in every such case, it ended with Kane destroying that NPC. I think the reason is that Kane finds it unacceptable for players and NPCs to socialize and interact with each other outside of the adventure. I have a theory that Zooble hates all the new adventures from Kane and doesn't want to participate in them precisely because Kane didn't hesitate to get rid of her favorite NPC. Ragatha also definitely had a similar experience to Pomni and Gummigoo's situation. The thought occurred to me that Ragatha is trying so hard to maintain good relationships with absolutely every player, because Kane made it clear to her that she couldn't hope to have long enough contact and communication with NPCs. A few definite ghosts will threaten every character in the new adventure. I believe the two characters that will have the hardest time are Zooble and Kinger. Thanks to the ghosts, we'll be able to find out why Zooble is actually so loath to take part in Kane's new adventures. It will be equally interesting to observe the state of Kinger in the new location. He will be haunted by the largest number of ghosts, as he has been in the digital circus longer than any other character. The main ghost, Martha Mildenhall, may be familiar to Kinger and remind him of something very unpleasant from when he first appeared in the digital circus. Martha Mildenhall could turn out to be the ghost of an abstracted Queenie and portray what her human body looks like. The second option is that Martha Mildenhall is the ghost NPC of one of the very first adventures created by Kane. the very same adventure that Kinger was the first to go on. Secondly, we were also shown a screenshot of Kinger holding a shotgun in his hands. There is a theory that ghosts will inhabit the bodies of the heroes. In that case, Kinger attacked Pomni in the leaked footage to exorcise the spirit that had taken over her body. I'm also speculating that the ghosts might just scare Kinger enough to force him to pick up a shotgun and try to shoot them off. From what we know, the main characters' bodies can't be destroyed by normal physical damage. However, we haven't seen a weapon like that shotgun in Kinger's hands before in the show. Something very bad could happen if Kinger accidentally hits another character with a shotgun. I can say with confidence that Martha Mildenhall and Kinger are connected in some way, and we'll have to find out soon. Many theorists on YouTube have often said that Kinger looks unbalanced, and therefore it is Kinger who is abstracted next. But I have a theory that Kinger can't actually abstract. Think about it. Kinger has been in the digital circus much longer than all the other characters, and in that time he hasn't gone completely insane yet. He hasn't abstracted. If he was really that unstable, he would have died a long time ago. Kinger has many oddities in his behavior and character, but one trait stands out in Kinger more than any other. Kinger has memory problems. This was noted by Ragatha when she was surprised that Kinger actually remembered how she experienced her first days in the digital circus. In terms of psychology, it is believed that the human brain tends to drown out the most unpleasant memories in order to move on after a traumatic experience. I believe this is exactly what happened in Kinger's case. In the digital circus during his stay, he saw all of his friends gradually go insane and turn into monsters. He had to watch as all the NPCs he befriended were destroyed by Kane. As Kinger subconsciously sought to forget about all of this, he began to suffer from amnesia and forget other important things. Because of this, he behaves so strangely and was often frightened by Gangle and Pilot. But because of this, Kinger almost never remembers the need to find a way out of the digital circus. Because of this, he never goes completely insane or abstracted. What do you think about that? What is Kinger's connection to Martha Mildenhall? What ghosts will the characters meet in the haunted house? Why do you think Zubul hates new adventures? Do you agree that Kinger never abstracts? Write your thoughts and theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. Remember, the best comments will be able to make it into the next videos. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck, everyone, and bye-bye.